Welcome to English class. Today we'll do poem How to Tell Wild Animals. It is written by the poetess Caroline Wells. Let's discuss the introduction in short. This humorous poem suggests some particular ways to identify wild animals. The poem How to Tell Wild Animals, composed by Caroline Wells, presents some qualities of lion, tiger, leopard, bear, crocodile, hyena, and chameleon. The poet tells some ways to identify these animals, but really the ways are humorous and risky. The poet gives a beautiful description of the Asian lion and the Bengal tiger. Then she points out about the leopard and the bear. The leopard has black spots all over the body, and the bear attacks upon its enemy by hugging. There is great difficulty to differentiate between hyena and crocodile. Hyena can be identified for its smiling face and the crocodile for its tears. Then the poet describes the chameleon as sort of lizard species, and it has no ears and wings. So we are going to discuss in the poem, in the stanzas, about Asian lion, Bengal tiger, leopard, bear, and then hyena, the crocodile, and then chameleon. We will discuss about their bodies, that is physical look, and about their style of attacking, that is their characteristics. So this poem is humorous. So many humorous points are given in the stanzas regarding the characteristics of different animals. Let's discuss stanza 1. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. If ever should you, by chance, means by chance if any time you are going in the jungle of east. And if there should you advance, should to you advance, and if there is coming towards you a large and tawny beast. Tawny means brownish yellow colored beast is coming towards you. By chance, if you are moving in a forest in east, and by chance there is an animal coming towards you, if it is large, if it is yellow colored body, having yellow colored body, if he roars at you, you are dying. If it is roaring means giving out loud sound at you, and you are dying, and because of roar you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. You should know that such animal is Asian lion. So in each and every stanza we will be given the physical structure of the animal and the characteristics of animals. So here Asian lion will have which type of body? Large and yellowish brown colored strong body. And what is the character of attacking? It roars while attacking you, and you will die of fear. Now see the paraphrase. If by chance you are going to any forest in the east, and if a huge terrible animal comes towards you, and if it roars loudly, and if you are dying, then you will come to know that it is an Asian lion. Now see here figure of speech. What is the figure of speech here? It is enjambment. Enjambment is a figure of speech. It is the continuation of a sentence without pause. Here you can say that the first line is having continuation with the second line without any full stop. So here we are having the figure of speech enjambment. And next is here figure of speech is here alliteration, that is repetition of a, or repetition of t, t. Stanza 2. Or if sometime when roaming around, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. If sometime, if any time, roaming around, if you are moving in the forest and a noble wild beast welcomes you, it seems that that animal is very noble and it is welcoming you. With black stripes, that animal is having black lines on yellow body, yellow ground, yellow skin. You noticed if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn. This simple rule will help you to know that such type of animal is Bengal tiger. To discern means to see, to identify. So the body structure of Bengal tiger is yellow body with black stripes, black lines, and the style of attacking is he just seems very decent, noble, welcoming you, and then it attacks you. While wandering or roaming in a jungle, if a wild animal with black stripes on yellow hide welcomes you and comes to eat you, then this simple rule will teach you that it is a Bengal tiger. So what is the rhyme scheme here? Rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, C, C. Now stanza 3. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose height with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you'll know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain, he'll only lap and lap again. So we are going to discuss about leopard. With strolling forth, strolling means here moving forth, moving ahead. If you see a beast whose height, whose body is covered and spotted, you can say peppered, spotted with spots, and as soon as the animal sees you, it jumps on you. Leapt is the form of leap, L-E-A-P, leap. You will know it is the leopard, and this style, and because of this physical look, you can identify that the animal is leopard. And one more characteristic is there, it will do no good to roar with pain. If you cry with pain, if it jumps once first time and you cry with pain, it will be no good. Why? Because he will jump you again and again. If you roar with pain, if you cry, it will jump you again and again. Lap is the word actually lapped, and the form is of leap. So the poet has used lap and rap to make the repetition figure of speech, also to give the musical touch to the poem. While strolling, strolling means moving. If you see an animal whose hide is covered with spots and it jumps at you and starts eating you, then you can understand that it is a leopard. There will be no use of shouting with pain because it will continuously eat you. Now stanza 4. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. Now the poetess is saying that if you are in your yard means courtyard, and you are walking in your courtyard, and by chance if you meet a creature there, that creature hugs you very, very hard means very tightly, be sure that that animal is a bear, because bear is having this type of characteristics. If you have any doubt whether it is bear or not, then I can guess, with guess I can say that poetess is saying that he will give you just one more caress. That animal will hug you with a loving touch, because this is humorous poem. So the tight hug or the hugging like attacking of the bear is here remarked as caress. It means loving touch. If you are just walking around in your yard and an animal meets you and it hugs you tightly, then believe that it is a bear. If you have any doubt, then you will get one more loving touch. Now stanza 5. Though to distinguish beasts of prey a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from hyena. Thus hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep they are crocodile. So here in this stanza we are going to discuss or distinguish the two animals, hyenas and crocodiles. A novice, a new learner person. Nonplus means confused. A new learner person can be confused. Confused in what? In making difference between crocodiles and hyenas. And what is the poet is saying that? The crocodile you always may tell. Tell means distinguish from hyenas. You can distinguish crocodiles from hyenas. How? Hyenas come or attack with their smile. Hyenas come with smile at their faces. But the animal which weeps while attacking is crocodile. So this is the difference. A novice, a new learner, may be confused to recognize the animals. You can differentiate between crocodile and hyena. Hyena always smiles, but if tears come from its eyes, then it is not hyena, it is a crocodile. So see the rhyme scheme. It is A, it is A, B, C, C. Now stanza 6. A true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there's nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. So we'll discuss about chameleon. It is like lizard. True chameleon, true is called because it is harmless to anybody. He has no ears, he has no wings, and if there will be no animal on the tree, surely there will be chameleon on the tree. So this animal is very common and harmless to anybody. An original chameleon is like lizard. It does not have ears and wings. If there is nothing on the tree, then you will find there a chameleon. So glossary is given according to stanzas. Stanza 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. See the poetic devices. Alliteration, there are many lines of alliteration. I have taken one example here. Novice might nonplus. Repetition is in the line, in the words, lap and lap. If they weep, they are. Allusion. Allusion is a figure of speech. It is the reference to a famous thing, place or species of animal. So here the reference of Asian lion and Bengal tiger is given. So here it is allusion. Then enjambment. Enjambment means, again we already discussed, this is a figure of speech where we have the continuity of the line. Here there is no full stop. This is continue with the second line. So rhyme scheme is A, B, C, C in all the stanzas. So this is very simple humorous poem. Thank you.